Hey guys, welcome back. This next project that I'm gonna be working on here is a 1974 Honda XL175. Belongs to a good friend of mine who brought this over. Unfortunately, it had some top end oil starvation issues, and yeah, she seized up on him when we were riding it one day. But yeah, I have the same bike, so it'll be a good learning experience for me. And as you can see, it's just a gorgeous motorcycle. It's got great lines, great colors. The upswept exhaust it's just a classic looking enduro. So I really hope we can get it going again and get this thing back on the road and trail. I mean, it's a fun little bike to throw around, and there's not much power, 175, but it weighs next to nothing, and it's just a really fun bike, and it just looks great. I mean, look at that. Can't go wrong with it. So wanted to share this with you. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button so you can follow along. Maybe leave some comments for us, because this is going to be the first time for me working on a bike this old, like internally, motor-wise. I've been pretty lucky with the ones I've gotten that I don't have to dig into the motors really too much at all. But this will be a good learning experience for me. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this one because I think it'll be a good one. So all right, let's get into it. Yeah, as you can see here, it looks like a little heat got to those cam lobes. They're a little charred looking, so we're gonna keep digging. All right, so here's the lifters we got pulled off of here. They don't look that great, but we're not sure if we can reuse these. So if anybody wants to comment and tell us if they think we can reuse these, that would be much appreciated. We don't really have much of a choice right now because we couldn't find other ones online. But yeah, let us know what you think. Thanks. All right, now before you freak out and say, what are you doing with the wrench in the cam lobes? We would only do that because we knew this head was trashed and the cam was trashed. That was just to keep the cam from spinning as we removed the bolts from the cam chain sprocket. So we wouldn't be doing that on a good head. That was only just to keep it in place because we knew it was trashed anyway. So just wanted to get that out there. All right, so we got the head off, and on the old head, the spark plug threads were jacked up, so you could see all the remnants of that pulling the spark plug out. So we'll vacuum that before we pull it off, but head's off, and I guess next what are we gonna do? Just you want to take the jug off as well, right?
Yeah, we'll measure the piston and the rings.
Yeah, we're gonna take it all the way down. So on to the next step.
All
right, so it looks like we might have found one of the issues with the oil flow going to the top end. This is one of the passages, as you can see, is gunked up with probably old gasket material, like the silicone stuff that somebody had used at one point. So that's not good for oil flow to the top. So we're gonna dig further and see what else we could find here. The other side too, on the head, there's this little passage for the oil. This was filled with some junk too, which we already cleared out, but I think this is the oil control valve. So not much of an opening there for it to pass through. But that goes in there, and that was loaded up with some junk too. So that's probably reason why the top end seized up on them. One of the reasons. This might be kind of hard to see, but this is the oil valve, the oil control valve or whatever it's called, that goes into the head. You can barely, we cleaned it out a little bit, but you could barely see any daylight through there. So that was definitely a contributor to the lack of oil to the valves and cam. All right, well here's what running no oil to the top end does to the cam. You can see how gouged up this is, horribly. How burnt the lobes are. And then if you look at the head itself, you can see what looks to be part of this melted into here from the metal on metal contact and all the heat that built up from running the oil. It's just gouged pretty bad. So if you ever wanted to see what no oil does to a motor, that's what it does. Compare that to the replacement head that he got on eBay. A little nicer. There we go. Yeah, she's ready to come off. Okay, here she goes. Got the chain?
Mm-hmm.
Dowels. Doesn't look too bad in here. Frank, I'll bet you this gasket is for the top, because it's that same shape.
Yeah.
And it's smaller up here, I think.
So I think it goes there.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Let's get this up to top dead center. How do I
Okay,
do
hold
that?
on. Yeah. Put that down.
If we could machine and balance the crank. That's so crude. I mean, that crank is so crude. Look at all you can see all like the casting marks.
Yeah.
And like the stuff, it's like it's nowhere near like machined and balanced. Obviously, the tolerances are pretty wide for this thing. And then look at this, I got 4 rings on here.
Oil wiping. What's the other one? Compression.
3, 4. I guess the bottom one's like 2 into 1. There's 3 rings, but the bottom ring is like.
Piston looks good. Clean up some of the carbon on there. Just maybe try to find rings for it, or I guess you were gonna measure the.
Yeah, I think I just found some rings because the piston looks good. The side skirts look fine. There's no wear on that. The top looks really clean. I mean, it looks like you just get some new rings for it. And then what did the cylinder look like?
Yeah.
Any scout marks in there?
Zoom out a little bit. No, I don't really see. I didn't really see any. I'll let you look at it too.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
That oil passage is blocked in there, you can see. All right, so we're at the point we got the head off. Everything's apart. Just kind of looking over everything here. As you can see, the piston's in pretty good shape. My buddy's probably going to order rings and stuff for this. He has to confirm that this is the stock piston. We think it might have been bored over at one point because that's a really clean piston in there. And the piston certs are in really good shape too, no gouges. The cylinder bore looks pretty good shape too, from what we can tell. He's actually grabbing his micrometer to measure it, so when he knows what to order rings-wise and stuff. So he figured you might as well get the rings and possibly a piston if we have to, while this is all opened up. And here's the one that came out of it after it was running low on oil. I mean, you could just see the lobe itself, how gouged that is. Try to put that in the light a little bit. Yeah, I mean, just look how bad that is. So you can obviously tell this one's shot. You can see the gouges in that on the end there too, where it rides in the head, compared to this one, the replacement, which is not perfect, but we're not sure if, having that temper worn off, it looks like that might be the case if it got hot at one point too. Not sure how bad that is to try to reuse. So yeah, if anybody watching can comment and let us know, that would be awesome. Thanks. And this here is the head that was seized up. You can just see how bad the cam, I don't know what you call those, where the cam rests and rides in there, how gouged those are. And you can see it basically like melted in there as well. So he's got a new head, which is right here. And this here is the replacement head. Much better shape, not perfect, of course, but it's used, so what do you expect? This one's not gouged. Doesn't look like any pieces melted in there like in the other one. The other question we have here is, we're not sure about the nicks on this, if you can see that in the video. I guess whoever sold this to him might have tried to sandblast it, and we're not sure if that's what caused those little nicks in there, if that's something we got to worry about. So if anybody sees this and can leave some comments there too, that would be greatly appreciated. All right, that pretty much does it for the teardown. I'm going to leave with a couple pictures here. The first one being a shot of the replacement head that he got. So that's the one we're going to try to use. It's not perfect, like I was saying previously, but I think it's a lot better than the one that got fried in there. And then the rest of the pictures I'm going to leave up are showing the rockers. These are the rockers that came out of it. They're not in the best shape either. After doing a little more research, we've been hearing that probably should replace the rockers with the cam. Try to get something that was used at the same time on the same bike, just so they don't wear unevenly. And there's a couple more shots of the carnage from lack of oil in that top end. It's not pretty, as you can see. So if you ever wanted to see what it looks like up close, I got a couple good high-res pictures here for you to see what happens. And yeah, not something you want happening. A lot of metal shavings in there, as you can see that those cam lobes are filed down pretty good. And in the journals on the old head, there was some melted cam lobe in there. So yeah, not a pretty sight. And then the final two shots that I got are, I was wondering if anybody recognizes if this could be the stock Honda piston, because it actually, looking closer, it does say Honda on it, and the numbers on it are 362 and 1. And I don't know if that's gonna indicate if it's a stock piston possibly. So, but thanks for watching, and please hit that subscribe button to follow along when we get the parts and put this thing back together. And it should be a good time getting her going again. I think we'll be able to get her going. So, all right, thanks again, and until next time.